Reflections on Unit 4, Chapter 13 and 14. We'll start with Chapter 13. Teacher communication. The primary way a student learns from the teacher is by mirror imaging, responding to the stimulus that the teacher provides, not only in just the lesson, but also the way a teacher is dressed, how they act, their mood is a big one. I'm pretty sure we all have known people that have the ability to walk into a room and just completely silence it or pick their energy up or what have you just by their mere presence. Well, teachers need to really pay attention to that, because their mood, good or bad, can negatively or positively affect the students. Of course, we want their experience to be positive, so we need to act positively and act nicely and be polite and be respectful to them. Students can really quickly pick up, especially when they see teachers in an authoritative figure role, they can really pick up on the mood, and that mood will be reflected right back to the teacher. If the teacher's in a bad mood, they can expect the kids to be mouthy, talk back, just not be receptive to learning. So teachers really need to pay attention to that. Also, the expectations that teachers put on kids. Some of them have no expectation at all. I mean, they're just there to do their job, and therefore the kids see that and don't try. Some kids may feel that their teachers put too much expectation on them. So being able to identify who can do what and how, and place a level of expected expectation on them and push them towards that is good. It will probably actually inspire eustress or positive stress. There's that competition stress that will make them that will influence them to perform better. And then doing all of these things in presenting yourself right and acting right and treating the kids with respect and positivity, they will afford you an amount of credibility and an amount of authority. They'll listen to you because they realize that you're not a jerk. You're honestly looking out for them and hope that they do well. Another thing Chapter 13 talked about was teacher congruency, making sure that what you say and how you feel match. And if what you say and how you feel match, then what you do should match also. Don't say one thing, but your mood and your body language says something different. Then there's teacher appearance also. I mean, yes, let's look professional. Now then, some schools do have a dress code for the teachers. They must wear some kind of school-oriented shirt with the little badge on the chest or what have you. But let's not go in wearing flip-flops and Bermuda shorts and a tank top with a beer stain on it. No. That's not going to gain you anything. They're not going to take you seriously at all. So go in, dress appropriately, dress professionally, dress like you know what you're doing. Chapter 13 also had teacher control of the classroom. There's the old school way of being a tyrant, okay, and then there is a more what's the word I'm looking for? A more natural classroom feel, which is positive and caring and loving. receptive to other people. And when kids see that you're receptive to whatever their needs are, if they're expressing some kind of fear about this, that, or the other, it'll gain you some respect, and then you can, instead of commanding them to do things, you can suggest things to them. You can ask them. And if those two things don't work, well, then you just have to outright tell them, okay, Johnny, you're going to just have to do this. Sorry, man. It's just the way it is. Chapter 13 really actually brought a lot of things to my mind that I never really considered. You know, do jeans look okay in the classroom? Is that, you know, so I have questions now. Chapter 14 was all about non-conscious learning. The learning that takes place when there's no active teaching going on. And there's ways that you can stimulate that. Positive posters around the classroom, posters about the topic matter, if it's history or math or English or whatever. Bring up positive role models that you have had. Like I know for me, it would be Mr. Gracia. It would be my wife. I mean, my wife is a great positive role model for me. Bring in videos, cool videos about the topic that make the topic relevant. Bring in stories that make the topic relevant to today. Let the kids see that the topic, that the subject matter does mean something, that it matters in their life. Let the kids bring their ideas and their fears and their insecurities out in the open and discuss them. Now, I'm not saying the whole entire class period should be spent discussing why Beatrice is scared to come to school, but it does need to be addressed, absolutely. Because if she doesn't feel safe, she's not going to learn. She's going to be in survival mode, and there's no learning going on in survival mode. It's strictly hand to mouth. What do I have to do to survive? There's things. You can just let the kids learn in their style. Not everybody is an audio learner or a tactile learner or a learner that can just read something and bang, they got it. Every kid is a little bit different. Some kids are mixes of them. You know, like I know with me, I can work something out by reading it. I can understand what's going on. I may have to read it two or three times to get the details, but then once I take that and put it into practice, and practice, not only do I learn the mechanical bits, but I really start to glean an understanding of what this means. So a teacher should always let the student learn the way they learn. Don't force a learning style on them. Of these two chapters, chapter 13 was probably more informational for me. There was several things that I just didn't take into account. No, I'm not going to go into school wearing shorts and a t-shirt, but I didn't realize that looking professional had that much of an impact. You know. Yeah. Anyway, this was a neat couple chapters. I'm glad I read these. Glad I did the notes for them too. Thank you.